So this slide gives a overview of the companies who are developing CRISPR, developing drugs or using CRISPR-Cas technology. The major companies include CRISPR Therapeutics, Editas, Intellia Therapeutics, Beam Therapeutics, Sciences, and few other companies. Among these, only CRISPR Therapeutics has a marketed drug, which is already got marketed approval in US and Europe. Of course, not fully commercialized, but in 2024 has marketed approval for CRISPR Therapeutics. And all these companies are working in different clinical indications, use different CRISPR modalities, partner with different types of companies, and have different competitive position. For example, CRISPR Therapeutics is focusing more on hematology, blood disorders, and it is using Cas9 as a modality ex vivo. There are two major uh, technologies within CRISPR. One is ex vivo, where the cells such as hematopoietic stem cells are taken out of the human body, and in the lab, those cells are infected with CRISPR-Cas9 to insert a deletion or target gene, and then those cells are again reinvested or again put back into the patient's body. That is ex vivo. The other technology is in vivo, where the CRISPR-Cas uh, complex is directly injected into humans at a specific site, such as in retina for ocular gene therapies or liver for liver malignancies. So companies use two approaches, ex vivo or in vivo. This CRISPR Therapeutics company is using ex vivo technology using CRISPR-Cas9 modality, and it is the first company to market CRISPR therapy, has strong pipeline of CRISPR-based drugs. It is developing several CRISPR-based drugs for different clinical indication. Editas Medicine, it is focusing primarily on ocular gene therapies, and this company is focusing on in vivo gene editing, and it is using Cas9 and Cas12a, and it is partnering with now AbbVie and Juno Therapeutics. Whereas Intellia Therapeutics is a leader in vivo gene editing and focusing on genetic disorders and rare disorders. The other company, for example, Caribou Biosciences, it is focusing on oncology clinical indications. It is using a different CRISPR modality. And so basically, the summary is the companies involved in these CRISPR therapeutics are focusing on different clinical indications based on their primary focus area, using different clinical CRISPR modality, ex vivo or in vivo or Cas9, Cas12a, and partnering with various companies. The partnering is mainly because of sharing technological expertise, and is also a strategy to de-risk pipelines if those drugs are not very successful in the later stages of clinical development. So, yeah, this is the overview of the major companies involved, and all these companies generate revenues through product sales or licensing. Sorry, not product sales. Only CRISPR Therapeutics is through product sales, of course, but other companies might have or will have potential sales in the future. But as of now, the revenue model is completely through licensing and the B2B research development revenue. So all the companies, because the companies do not have product sales, they are uh, reaping in investment. So investors are investing in all these CRISPR-based companies, series of funding, Series A, Series B, and several companies have went to public and raised funds through IPO as well, such as Intellia, Editas, went to public and raised funding through IPO. So all cumulative, so each funding round they are generating around 50 to 100 million, and cumulatively CRISPR Therapeutics, Editas Medicine have already generated more than 1 billion of revenue. And several investors such as Artis Ventures, Newly Venture Partners, and others are investing in these companies.